ask you like a series of questions just to understand your business better. Is that fine?
Yes, sure.
Alright, so on the flip chart here, it's actually a life cycle of a real estate sales agent, right? So we will start with lead gen, right? You know, lead gen is where you get your client, you get your leads, and that can potentially turn to a client, right? And from there, we're gonna have this whole long process that is actually your follow-up. So this is where you do a lot of back and forth communication, you schedule your viewing, you do your appointments, and then another viewing, more viewings, and until at the end of the time that you actually get to this point where the client say, okay, I'm really interested in this property. And this is where you start your negotiation process. And from here to here, it might take a few weeks, and that this is where you actually get your commission, where you actually manage to close the sales. And yeah, so this is what we call like a transaction management process. So in short, we're gonna break down a sales process into 3 parts. So lead gen, follow up, and transaction management. Yeah. So would you be able to share with us a little bit more about like what tools do you use for this part, for your lead gen?
Okay. Mainly, I use the property portal, which is Property Guru, referrals from my past clients, social media, and flyers.
Would you mind sharing with us a bit more when you say social media? What social media?
Mainly Facebook and Instagram.
Is it Facebook ads and Instagram ads?
Yes.
All right. Okay. Would you mind sharing? Okay. Then what about follow-up? Is there any tools that you use for your follow-up?
It was just basically from the phone and just putting reminders down, writing down notes to follow up.
Okay,
Did you have a system in a way that you would remind you what's going to happen tomorrow, who's supposed to call? Do you have a method of doing that before command was in place?
Basically writing down on a notebook that a list of calls and items to be done.
But that's a very random thing. It's not like a systematic thing. It's like a random piece them together kind of thing, right? And if the notebook goes missing, something's going to happen to your business, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Definitely. Yes.
Right. What about this part? Is there any tools that you use to manage your transaction? Like knowing which part of the sales is at, like the sales pipeline and all that thing?
No.
So right now, would you be able to share with us a bit more on like, on average, roughly, how much do you actually spend on your portals?
Okay, portal is about 1,400 ringgit a year.
Okay.
The whole lump sum is I'm spending about 4,200 a year on everything.
So 1,400 is a subscription.
It's just on the Property Guru, but if you count Property Guru, flyers, bricks, I'm using bricks as well. I mean, to help me, a tool, flyers, it comes out about 4,200 a year, which is about 350 a month.
350 a month for property portals. And that is only Property Guru or including iProperty as well?
No, only Property Guru.
Okay, and that includes all the credits, feature listings, and all that, right?
Yes,
Okay.
right.
Okay. What about the other portals? Do you also use that, or is it just Property Guru?
Mainly online is Property Guru and bricks that I need to pay for. Yeah.
Okay, flyers. Can you share with us about how much you spend on flyers a month?
Flyers are not on a monthly basis, but each time I send out a flyer, it'll come close to about 1,000 ringgit. That's printing and distribution. So twice a year is about 2,000 ringgit.
Right, it's about 2,000. So if I divide it per month, it's about
200 ringgit.
200 ringgit,
Yeah.
roughly, plus minus.
Yeah.
What about your Facebook ads and your Instagram ads?
No, that one in the past I was just it's free. So I didn't do any Facebook campaigns in the past.
So it's just posting and just time posting these things, and hopefully someone can see it and respond to you, that kind of thing.
Right.
Got it.
Okay. Wow. So if I'm to calculate, this is your monthly cost to run your business. That is 550. So yearly you are spending about 6,600
about 6 to 7,000.
to 7,000 yearly, and this is your marketing, your software cost, your operation cost in order to run your business.
Can I ask, based on this lead gen right now, that based on this lead gen pattern that's happening, how many leads do you get on a monthly, daily, weekly basis? Can you, like, roughly every week, how much do you get? How many leads do you get?
If I'd be very lucky if I can get 2 leads a week.
Is that happening consistently or not really that?
No.
Can I say, how about 1 lead a week?
Yeah.
Okay, so 1 lead a week is multiplied by 52 weeks, is about 52 leads a year, right? So if I take 6,600 right now, divide by 12, divide by 52, I'll get $126.90. So let's just round it up to $127. Right now, every lead that's coming to your business is costing you 127 ringgit per lead. Does that sound fair? Does that sound fair to say?
Yes, correct.
Can you share with us maybe your experience using Command?
Definitely, it's made life so much easier. I'm still testing and trying out different parts of Command, but basically in Command, I've tried out the designs, contexts, campaigns, smart plans. These are the main areas that I've kind of played into. But at the moment, for me, the exciting thing is I've got about maybe around 2,000 to 3,000 landed owners of Bangsa. They are details. Kind of like a master list, but these are owners in Bangsa. So I've actually assigned someone, I've got an outside help who is helping me to key in all the contacts into Command. And then as Roslan, I think, did it, I'm going to then start contacting this owner via Trilio. So that for me is a very exciting thing. It's been a bit of a challenge to do it, but with the Command, I think it's going to really help me.
Can you share with us some of your experience? That I know that you're running some campaigns here. There's just very few campaigns you've done. How many campaigns have you done so far on Command?
I've done 2 campaigns. The 2 campaigns cost me $80 and I got 27 leads.
So it's about 12.90, it's about 13 ringgit per lead right now that you're getting. So can you see the difference between 127 versus 13 ringgit? How do you feel about that right now?
I feel very excited. It's like, it's so cost effective. It's cost effective and you are basically in control of it. If it doesn't work in 1 or 2 days, you can pause it, and you can use the credit again, re-strategize your advertisement, and then, I am basically in control of it. I'm not depending on portals and, yeah.
So for these leads, these 27 leads that you get right now, can you share with us how is your experience with those leads that's coming forward right now?
Okay, out of the 27, I would say 20% of it are genuine leads. The rest of it, not so genuine, but yeah. But I think it's a matter of tweaking your ads and putting it out there, test and trial.
Thank you so much, Sharmila. We're gonna switch gear a little bit to Abang Ikhwan, and we're gonna come back to you later, alright? So, hi Abang. We're gonna also draw this. Would you mind sharing with us how much do you actually spend on your property portals?
I think I was only spending around 500 to 800 ringgit per month.
So that's 9,600 for a year.
Can I ask how many leads do you get on a daily, weekly or monthly basis?
On a good day, 3 to 5 leads a week.
But on average in a whole year, what would that look like on a weekly basis?
For maybe we can put it at 4 leads a week. Yeah.
So let's look at 4 leads multiplied by 52. That gives you about 208 leads. So at 9,600 divided by 208, you're looking about $46 per lead. 46 ringgit per lead right now. Sound about right?
Yeah.
It's about there, right?
Yes.
So your leads are usually from either these portals or your Facebook. Am I right to say that?
But then I'm not spending anything on my Facebook, so it's mainly on my portals.
Yeah, I've heard that like you have been championing command in your market center. That you have been helping some of your colleagues with to use command campaigns and all that. Would you mind sharing some of your stories or some of the experience you have had for command?
Since command is linked to Facebook and Instagram, so social media portals and advertisement, I think, is the future of lead generation, whereby they will probably replace property portals later on. And a lot of us in our little group, we don't usually do Facebook ads. So this is actually the first time we are using Facebook ads. And around me are actually veterans, and they still use this type of lead generation. But then they are interested and willing to learn about how to use command, and they are testing out the different things, what works, what doesn't work, and they are getting some leads coming in. Recently, our group got almost 167 leads after doing an advert for $3 for 10 days. So $30, we got 167 leads.
Wow, hang on. Let me just count that. So it's $30. Let's bring it back to Malaysia at 4.3. That's 130 ringgit. And you've got, say that again, 167 leads.
167 leads.
77 cents Malaysia ringgit, right? Ringgit Malaysia, 77 cents per lead. There's a huge difference here at 77 cents to 46 ringgit per lead, right? So that's a few 100%. We're talking about a big gap here, man. It's a huge gap.
Dia sudah pening, I pening.
My worries for you is, how are you guys following up with the 167 leads? Because you'll be used to following up at 4 leads, right? So there must be a system to manage all these things, right?
Right now, we are trying to implement the smart plans and SMS and the emails. But before that, actually, we had to call everyone. So we are now still calling. We are still getting at around 50% of it serious prospects. And we are still moving on and calling each one. After that, we are going to implement some follow-up techniques that are available in command so that we can manage this data better.
Got it. Now, if I were to ask you, if you were to spend some money right now just to look at subscribing to technology for a CRM or a follow-up tool in online right now, how much do you think that will cost? If you subscribe to a CRM, do you have any idea how much would that cost?
I believe it will be around maybe 300-400 ringgit
A month?
month.
Yeah. So that's about close to what, 4,000 ringgit a year, just for the CRM, right? Just only a CRM, and we're not even talking about follow-up, smart plans, and all that, right? Right now.
Yeah. So I mean, if we are talking about closing a large volume of deals, that's the only way. We only have two hands.
That's right.
But when we have a lot of leads, we need technology to support us.
Yes.
And that's the only way for us to stay sane.
Yeah. Someone once told me you got two types of problem in lead generation. The first problem is you got too little leads. Second problem is you have too much leads. Now, which problem do you prefer, Abang Ikhwan?
Okay, I would rather have too much leads rather than not having any leads coming in.